So Internet2 is a consortium of universities, top research organizations, and government agencies that have come together to build the next Internet. We create pre-market opportunities. We create markets. And the technologies that happen in the campuses in this kind of early adoption environment are the ones that very often become part of the general Internet. So the Internet2 community serves really the top 5 or 1% of Internet users. If you think about the consumer marketplace, we're talking about thousands and thousands of general purpose applications. Our community really is about the very top applications, and we think about CERN, which is the host for the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland, and the kinds of petabytes of data that they're pumping out as they search for the Higgs boson. Or you think about the SKA telescope array or other telescope arrays that are pumping data from all around the world into places like Virginia. The types of data they're moving, they want to move very quickly, and they're bigger than 10 gigabits per second in terms of the types of flows that they want to move, especially when we bring a couple of them together. So, 100 gig is really important to our community. It's to have it now and to be able to support some of these large science projects. So software-defined networking really has two different threads for us. The first one probably is enabling folks who are doing large data transfers or doing big science to think differently about data transfers, and maybe that means enhancing the throughput and latency as opposed to a traditional TCP/IP transfer over the general Internet. But software-defined networking for us is also about innovation, and it's the ability to really rethink the way the Internet itself is fundamentally put together. And if you think back 30, 35 years to when the basic protocols of the Internet were developed, they were developed in government labs and on university campuses in an environment where we had a very open network stack. And if someone had an idea, they would actually go in and work on the basic network stack and then recontribute it back to others. And SDN is really the first time in 30 or 35 years where we think there's an opportunity to influence the basics of how network protocols work. And so we kind of have two things going on. One is some practical applications we think we can improve to do large data transfers and support some of the science that's happening today. And the other one is opening up innovation again through an open network stack for the next generation of the Internet. So I think Brocade really had a pretty aggressive approach towards software-defined networking, and in particular, a really open perspective on how SDN could transform the Internet backbone technologies that we're interested in, and was really willing to work with us in terms of thinking anew about what we might use those technologies for. So it had a great product, and it had the capability set we needed, 100 gig, et cetera, and fit into the kind of deployment topology we wanted to have. But also the openness of the company to think about how we might transform that and extend the capabilities of the box was really important to us. So we'll have the first 100 gigabit pure backbone in the country, we believe, and we're going to build a software-defined networking layer on top of that. And our basic services will be provisioned using OpenFlow and SDN at the start in the fall of 2012. And so we think that will be a really unique capability to have the ability to support greater than 10 gig flows on an end-to-end basis between the folks that attach to that network to leverage the 100 gig backbone and to have it very dispersed across the country so that you can get access with redundancy in a lot of these cities.